when you think about your life right now and exactly where you are in your life, like that's normal for you. You know what to expect day in and day out. Like you really know what your current situation is like. And even though you may not enjoy your current situation like you want to, you still know what to expect each and every day. And so when you're changing your life, that means just dealing with new situations, dealing with new people. And this can be something that's just unsettling for you to even consider and think about. And so that fear of unknown, not knowing exactly what's going to happen if you were to become successful, that can keep you paralyzed. That can allow fear to just seep into your subconscious and your body and your mind and keep you from going after the things that you want. Hello, I am Brittney Clement, Law of Attraction and Manifestation Coach, and today I'm going to be talking to you about why your fear of success may be holding you back. So what is fear of success? You may have heard of fear of failure, right? That's something that I feel like almost everyone can resonate because no one wants to fail, right? We all want to be successful in some way or another, but there are some people that experience fear of success. And I'm going to be talking to you about that today and telling you why it may be holding you back from actually reaching the level of success that you desire. So fear of success, it may sound a little funny because, who doesn't want to be successful? But a lot of people really fear success and don't even realize it because success isn't always glamorous, right? It sounds good and sometimes it really feels good, but it's not too glamorous. And there's like a deeper part of you that knows that and that understands that, because success can bring a lot of attention to you. There's some people just come and start asking for help, and sometimes it might be even bringing disappointments your way as well. And there's no fun in being able to achieve all of your goals, seeing the level of success that you want, and then still feel unfulfilled. So one thing about success, it may make your life easier in some ways, but then some other ways it may make your life a little challenging. But every situation has its advantages and disadvantages. And that's what I'm going to be talking to you about today. So the first thing is, when you are wanting to be successful and that fear of success may just creep in on you, is because success requires more of you. It requires you to show up in a bigger way. It requires more for you to do just to make it happen, right? And the thing is, as humans, a lot of times we get very comfortable, right? And comfort means survival. Your brain's objective is to survive. It wants to be comfortable. And one thing about becoming successful, it requires you to change your behavior. It requires you to change your mindset and even sometimes your beliefs and your values. So when you are thinking about this and what you can do to be successful, sometimes that success will paralyze you. It'll keep you there because you don't want to leave out of your comfort zone. Another thing is, success can bring social pressure, right? From other people, because it's like, oh, you're successful. Now what? Sometimes success isn't all about just having a big bank account and the glory that comes with that. People may look at you differently when you're successful. And even people that may not have noticed you before, ignored you before, may not have paid you any attention, you start seeing them come around and to pay you attention. And that's because you're attractive. The success that you are showing up with, it just requires a different level of energy, and people see that. People can feel that, and they are attracted to you, and that can bring pressure for some people. And so they may be afraid of success in that way. You got to think about, is this something that you have experienced yourself? Sometimes, there's people that they're going to ask. They see that you're successful, and now they may start asking you for money, financial favors, even if you're driving a new car, you got a new house. People think like, oh, she's successful. She has it. I can just ask her for it, right? Even though you work hard for it. And so some people who are afraid of success, they think about that in the back of their mind. Oh, I don't want people to be asking me for favors. And so sometimes you will find yourself sabotaging your own success because you're letting these fears get in the way and stop you. Another thing is success is a new territory, right? It's about the unknown, and that fear of the unknown can kick in your life because you don't know what to expect. When you think about your life right now and exactly where you are in your life, like that's normal for you. You know what to expect day in and day out. Like you really know what your current situation is like. And even though you may not enjoy your current situation like you want to, you still know what to expect each and every day. And so when you're changing your life, that means just dealing with new situations, dealing with new people. And this can be something that's just unsettling for you to even consider and think about. And so that fear of unknown, not knowing exactly what's going to happen if you were to become successful, that can keep you paralyzed. That can allow fear to just seep into your subconscious and your body and your mind and keep you from going after the things that you want. Another fear of success is you just might be afraid of what you might become. And that's a mindset thing. That's a mental thing because when we think about people who are successful, we see them in a certain light, right? We may have seen it in movies and books. You ever seen someone that they became successful and they just changed, but they changed in a negative way? Like they weren't friendly anymore. They just weren't that good person anymore, right? So you might be afraid of what you might become if you were to become successful. You might even know someone personally who became successful and you see how they turned out in a negative transformation. And so that can be keeping you stuck where you are because you're afraid to be successful because you don't want to turn out like that. Another thing is you might think that it's not going to be as great as you imagine, right? Like you have this idea of what success looks like for yourself, what you want it to be like, but you might be afraid that, well, when it actually shows up, is it really going to turn out like that? Is it really going to be like that? And that question that you're asking yourself right there, that's fair, right? Because that's still fear of the unknown. You don't know, but you're letting that fear of thinking that it just might not be as good that you're even imagining keep you still, because what that's doing is it's going to keep you content. It's going to keep you where you are. It's going to keep you in your bubble, in your comfort zone, from being able to stretch yourself and just truly grow and transform into the person that you need to be for you, right? And for your family as well. And so just because you think that it may not be great, you won't know until you actually get there, okay? Don't sabotage yourself by worrying that you're going to put in all this work, right? Day in and day out to be successful. And then in the end, you're going to be disappointed. That right there is the wrong mindset to have. Another reason why your fear of success may be holding you back is because fear of criticism. You don't want to be criticized by other people. You know, a lot of times people look at successful people, they get suspicious of their success and they're very critical of them. And most times that's because they're jealous, right? They're jealous because that person is someplace that they're not, right? And so you can't let that stop you. You can't be thinking about how other people are going to perceive you, because regardless if you're a good person and you're showing up and doing everything for everybody, there's still going to be someone that criticizes you and someone that's not going to be happy with you. And so you don't want to let that stop you from reaching the level of success that you desire. It doesn't matter how people view you. They're going to view you negative, but understand that there's going to be a lot of people that are really rooting for you with the success that comes your way and still see you in a positive light, okay? Because that's another fear within itself, you know, just fear, thinking that somebody's not gonna like you. First of all, who cares, right? Who cares, right? But it's still important to be a good person. It's still important to be kind. It's still important to just, you know, be someone that's genuine. And you don't have to be, you know, someone just because, oh, you're successful now, you just completely change and, you know, you're not friendly, right? You don't have to be that person. You literally can choose exactly who you want to be, right? When the success comes, you enjoy it, but you can still be the exact same person. So don't let the fear that somebody might not like you hold you back from being successful. Okay, that's a toxic way of thinking. A lot of people believe that success is toxic, right? So they stay away from it, but they don't realize that whatever energy you put out, that's what you get back, right? And so all of these fears that are coming about that you may have been experiencing of why success is holding you back, that fear of success is holding you back, it's all in your mind. That's what I want you to understand. When you can literally challenge these thoughts and say, why am I thinking this way? And then you spin it around with something positive and you affirm what it is that you want to be happening in your life and that you want to experience, you can now focus on your goals. Because like I said, this all in your head. These are stories that you're telling yourself about reasons why you shouldn't be successful, even though you really want to be successful. Like, make it make sense, right? And so you don't want to let the fear of success hold you back. If you feel like any of these reasons, resonate with you, and that's something you feel like, okay, yeah, I've been seeing myself do that. Now you know the work that you need to do within yourself. If you're not going after your goals each and every single day, like waking up and making it happen, it's because you're afraid of success in somehow, and you need to figure out what that way is, whether it's one of these ways or another way. But if you know that you want to be successful, you got to get up every day. You got to work hard towards your dreams and goals. And as you do that, you put that energy in motion, that's when you start to see things align and happening in your life. Understand that success isn't perfect. However, it is better to be pursuing your goals, working towards success, than to stay stagnant and just going through life saying whatever happens, happens. So this is a quick little training I wanted to do with you today. I hope that, this has helped you in any way. If it has, definitely leave a comment. Let me know. Again, my name is Brittney Clement, Law of Attraction and Manifestation Coach, and thanks for watching.